Have you ever made a decision only to wonder later, why on earth did I do that? Maybe you bought something you didn't need, trusted someone you shouldn't have, or ignored a better opportunity staring you right in the face. It might feel like a random error, but often the answer lies deep inside your brain, in what psychologists call cognitive biases. Today, we're diving into the hidden mental shortcuts that hijack your thinking, and more importantly, how to beat them. 1. What are cognitive biases? Cognitive biases are systematic errors in thinking. They're mental shortcuts or heuristics that help us make quick judgments without spending tons of time or brain power. Sounds useful, right? They are, until they start distorting reality. These biases affect everything: how you spend money, how you handle relationships, and how you make career moves. Let's look at the most common and dangerous ones that may already be controlling your life. 2. The anchoring bias. First up, anchoring bias. This happens when we rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive, the anchor, when making decisions. Example: imagine you're buying a sofa. The first one you see is $999. Then you find another one, same style, same size, for $399. You feel like you've scored a great deal. But have you? That $999 price was just an anchor. It made the $399 seem like a steal, even if it was overpriced to begin with. How to beat it? Always research multiple options before making a decision. And ask yourself, am I judging this based on facts or just comparing it to something arbitrary? 3. Confirmation bias. Next, the notorious confirmation bias. This is when we only seek out or interpret information that confirms what we already believe. It's why debates online rarely change minds. People don't want the truth, they want to feel right. For example, say you believe a specific diet is best. You'll probably search for articles and YouTube videos that support your view, ignoring anything that says otherwise. How to beat it? Actively seek opposing viewpoints. Try this. Once a week, read or watch something that challenges your beliefs. Not to change your mind, but to test its strength. Remember, growth happens when you challenge your assumptions. 4. The availability heuristic. Another culprit, the availability heuristic. This is when we judge how likely something is based on how easily it comes to mind. For example, you hear about a plane crash on the news. Suddenly, flying feels dangerous, even though statistically, it's far safer than driving. Why? Because the image of that crash is vivid. It's emotionally charged. And your brain mistakes vivid for likely. How to beat it? Pause and look at the actual data. Just because something's memorable doesn't make it common. Ask, what are the real odds here? Let numbers guide you, not fear. 5. The sunk cost fallacy. Have you ever sat through a terrible movie just because you paid for the ticket? That's the sunk cost fallacy in action. It's when we continue something, a job, a relationship, a project, not because it's the right choice, but because we've already invested time, money, or effort. Example, you've spent 6 months on a business idea. It's not working, but instead of quitting, you double down, thinking, I've already put in so much. Here's the truth, the time you've spent is gone. It's a sunk cost. The only question now is, what's the best decision going forward? How to beat it? Detach emotion from investment. Evaluate decisions based on future potential, not past effort. Sometimes quitting isn't failing, it's being smart. 6. The Dunning-Kruger Effect. Ever notice how the least competent people are often the most confident? That's the Dunning-Kruger Effect, a bias where people with low ability overestimate their competence. The flip side? Truly skilled individuals often underestimate their abilities, thinking, if I can do this, it must be easy. For example, a beginner investor might think they've cracked the stock market after a lucky win. Meanwhile, an experienced investor worries about risks they know all too well. How to beat it? Practice humility. Assume you have blind spots. And remember, confidence doesn't equal competence. Seek feedback. Learn continuously, and never stop questioning what you think you know. 7. Groupthink and the bandwagon effect. Groupthink is when people go along with a group to maintain harmony, even if the group is wrong. Closely related is the bandwagon effect, when we adopt beliefs or reactions because everyone else is doing it. Example, you're in a meeting. Someone pitches a clearly flawed idea. No one speaks up. You stay silent too, even though you know better. Or you invest in crypto, not because you understand it, but because your friends made money on it. How to beat it? Train yourself to pause before you follow the crowd. Ask, do I truly believe this, or am I just going along? Being independent doesn't mean being contrarian. It means thinking for yourself. Let's recap. Here are 7 major biases that quietly shape your decisions. Anchoring bias. Don't be fooled by the first number you see. Confirmation bias. Seek the truth, not just what feels right. Availability heuristic. Memorable doesn't mean likely. Sunk cost fallacy. Let go of what's already lost. Dunning-Kruger effect. Stay humble, stay learning. Groupthink. Speak your truth, even if it's unpopular. Bandwagon effect. Popular doesn't mean smart. Now, here's the truth. You can't eliminate cognitive biases. They're part of being human. But you can catch them, interrupt them, outsmart them. All it takes is one habit. Pause before you decide. Ask yourself, what might be influencing me right now? What am I assuming? Is this a feeling or a fact? The more you question your thoughts, the clearer they become. You are not your thoughts, you are the thinker behind them. And the more aware you are of your biases, the more powerful your decisions become. So, if you're serious about living a more conscious, empowered life, start today. Start questioning, start observing, start choosing. Because once you take control of your mind, nothing can control you. Notice your next decision, stop, ask why, and choose better. Like this video if it opened your eyes. Subscribe for more insights that sharpen your thinking. Be the master of your mind, not its victim. Thanks for watching.